Okay. So first thing, if we're dealing with somebody wrapping the head and the arm here, first I need to take out the overhook on this side. So this overhook, the way I'm clearing it is I'm bringing my palm to the ceiling and my thumb points to the torso. As it points in, I just keep circling it in till it unscrews from the position. One more time. So it's holding it tight. I go palm up, thumb to the torso, keep going in, it unscrews, and then I go inside the bicep. Then the hook on the head, on the collar here, I'm going to the base of my head as if I'm combing my hair backwards, and I push his elbow up over at my head, inside bicep to here. As soon as I get to here, I go 2 baby grips, like you're holding a baby here. So I went from bicep, step 1, 2, now I walk my knees up and I'm starting to sit up from this position. This is only an intermediate position because I'm going to go back and now I lean on the ribs here. The entire time I'm pushing myself backwards because I don't want him to grab behind my head and pull me back down. So I keep getting intermediate spots until I get all the way back. Okay? So just for that last collar grab, when he's here, I'm pushing his forearm up to the biceps, baby grips, ribs, and then back. When I'm back here, most likely he's trying to reach or grab my hands. Whatever he's doing, I'm looking to push down on his hips to keep him away. He might make some grips behind my head, but if he pulls, he's only pulling more pressure into his belly here. So the grip doesn't work well. Once he tries that, he might go to my wrists and try and make grips there. So any grip he makes on the wrist here, we're looking to collide grips to try and remove one. So just make the same grip you just did. So as soon as I feel that type of grip, now I'm removing one hand and I'm going to collide into them. Okay? He made 2 grips here. I lift and I'm colliding in to make my grip into a 2-on-1. Now I place it across his belt line. The elbow that's here, I'm pushing it so it goes up. I don't want him to bring his elbow to the mat because I want to occupy this space. So once I'm on the elbow, I push his hand down, lift the elbow, and I step where his elbow was. So now my knee is pointing in, not open, closed. It's a big difference on his hips. Then once I'm in this position, I never look down. I fan out my back leg to here. So now my hips went from pointing to Jake's head to out the door. Now right from here, only one movement, just rotating my right knee up to here to break open the guard. Now this leg is locked in position and this leg is open. The torque on his hips made him have to open his legs. Okay, so just going back to here. As I'm back in this position, pick a different position on my hands, right? Anything he does from here, like a 2-on-1, going to the elbow, and I'm rotating underneath. Now I have a 2-on-1 again. I'm holstering it to the hip, lifting this elbow up, and I'm stepping as deep as I can to touch his elbow here. I'm still leaning heavy on the 2-on-1. I flare my leg out, so my hips went from pointing at his head to out the door here. But I'm never looking down. Then I just rotate my knee up to pop his legs open. His leg is coiled between mine here and it's stuck from here. It's very tight underneath my belly. Then with this leg here, all I'm doing is I can let go of the grip I had. I go inside his thigh, bring my knee through, and I splay his guard open. Now his legs are open here. Once I'm here, I scaffold this leg out, pointing my toes out. My hips are in. I tell Jake to close his guard. It'll be impossible for him to close it now. My body is stuck between his legs. Now I have an open guard. I'm inside position here. And then all I'd be looking to do is take head and arm control from here. Drop both knees. Windshield wiper over. And extend my legs out. Okay, one more time. So we're here. He took the 2-on-1 position. I attack the elbow, lifting it. Pummel, 2-on-1. Pin it heavy. I lean all my weight down on his wrist. Lift the elbow, step, my knee is almost touching his elbow. Flare my leg out, stand inside of his thigh. My knee comes over it from here. Scaffold out this leg with toes. Okay, my hips are in. If I let my butt stick out and he goes knee across my belt line here, he's scissoring me down. So I have to keep my hips in here to keep that knee open. Then immediately I go head and arm to here. And if you just look on this side a sec, once I'm here, he still can't close his guard even though I'm chest to chest with him. I drop my knee and then 2 legs at the same time, windshield wiper to the right. Here. Now once I'm in the windshield wiper, I just drop my shoulder and extend my legs away for the pass. Okay? Let's go. Thanks.